When it comes to money, I realize something. I have been earning money my whole life, but I never really learned how to make it work for me in the long run. Retirement, investing, wealth building, all of those things have not really been on my radar so much as paying my bills and earning a paycheck and just getting by on a day-to-day basis. But now I'm 55 and I'm making it my mission to figure out what I need to know about managing my money and funding my retirement. And I invite you along as I tell you about how I'm learning about money. Hey there, I'm Pam, and I started this channel as a way to document my quest for financial freedom. Now, whether it's learning how to invest or planning for retirement or growing my business, I'm diving in and sharing what I learned, and I invite you to come along with me. Today, we are going to talk about the different ways that I'm learning about money, the books that I'm reading, the YouTube channels that I'm following, and also some in-person and online classes that I am going to be diving into. So let's get into it. I'm going to drop these recommendations all in the comments below, and I invite you to jump in the comment section and add your important resources there too. Okay, so first let's talk about books. Now, I've already given you a preview in a previous video that I've got 4 books here that have been sitting on my desk and I've been slogging my way through. So let me just start at the beginning. All right, so first of all, I'm a big book nerd. In fact, I just built a wall of library shelving in my living room, and I have more books than will fit on a wall of bookcases. So I need to figure out if I'm buying more bookcases or if I'm purging books. But anyway, when I am learning about a new topic, of course, I always default to figuring out what books I need to read. And so I went to my bookcase and I tried to find any books that I had about money and investing and finances. And as it turns out, I only had one book, and it was this one, On My Own 2 Feet. And it's a book, I mean, the subtitle is A Modern Girl's Guide to Personal Finance. I checked my little Amazon order thing, and it told me that I bought this book in 2009. I have not read it until now. I have read it and I've made notes, and I've got lots of sticky notes in here. So I want to tell you a little bit about this book. Basically, I mean, I think the subtitle tells it all, A Modern Girl's Guide. This is a book that I should have read 30 years ago. And it's a very good financial literacy 101 style of book. And it gives a lot of great information about how to set a budget, how to save early, making sure you're paying off your credit cards. It talks about insurance and understanding taxes. And then it gives you a little taste of retirement investing terms, which got me down a couple of rabbit holes. But it's a really great book, and I highly recommend it, especially for those who are just starting out. It really gave me a bit of a foundation and reminded me of all the things that I already knew about money, but it helped me also to realize that I know more than I thought that I did. Okay, so once I realized that this was kind of a 101 book, I started looking for other resources, and that took me to my next kind of book, and that is the Dummies book. I love the Dummies guidebooks because they're really great reference material. So this is Personal Finance After 50 for Dummies. And of course, I don't know if you're familiar, but let me just give you a general idea. So the Dummies book covers a ton of information, and it gives you probably way more information than you need to know about a topic, but it's really treated as a reference guide. So you can dip into certain chapters, read about that topic, and then put it back on the shelf until you're ready to dive into something else. So, for instance, in this book, it talked about self-employment Roth IRAs, and it gave me like 3 sentences. So I dived into this book and found out a little bit more information, and then was able to do a little bit more intelligent Google searching. So the thing about this book is it has 4 main categories that are really good. So number 1 is retirement planning. So giving you all of the information about the different kinds of accounts that you need to know about, 401ks, IRAs, and all of the rules that go around each of those. And then making money decisions in your 50s. So not only budgeting and investing, but also housing choices and those kinds of big money decisions that you need to think about. And then also government programs, so Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and understanding the nuances of those. And then finally, estate planning, wills, and taxes that you need to understand. So it's a great reference book. I'm glad I have it, and I will be dipping into it. It's not the kind of book you read cover to cover. I mean, I guess you could, but it's not the kind of book I'm going to read cover to cover. Okay, so I finished this book, and now I have 2 books by Susie Orman. Picked these up at, they're brand new, but I picked them up at a used bookstore. If you know Susie Orman, she is filled with tough love about money and being responsible for the money that you have and how you invest in your future. So Women and Money is one, and The Ultimate Retirement Guide for 50 plus. I think this is the one I'm going to dive into next, but these 2 will be really great resources. Okay, so that covers the book category, at least for where I'm starting at right now. Okay, so we know that there is a lot of really great YouTube channels about finances, about retirement, and about people over the age of 50 who are trying to figure out their money situation. So I've kind of been binge watching a lot of channels lately. So I'm only going to mention 4 here, and we're just going to touch on them briefly. So a quick screenshot, and I will link all of these below, and in no particular order. Erin Talks Money. So this is where Erin talks about personal finance, investing, and retirement planning for women. And I think she does a really good job of explaining the basics without making it feel really overwhelming. And I really just like her style and how approachable her videos are. And yes, I've probably watched, I don't know, a dozen or so. All right, so next is Azul Wells. I think that's how you say his name. I'm sorry if it's wrong. He talks about wealth building and preparing for retirement. And I love how he's super real about financial independence. And I really appreciate his candor and how well he explains very complex topics. All right, next is Happy on Monday. First of all, I love the name of her channel, and I love that she gets on camera and talks about the important things that we need to know. I love the way that she approaches her retirement strategy with the 3 buckets and the way that she explains that. And then also talking about what retirement really looks like after you're done working, and also financial planning as well. So she's got a lot of finance stuff, but also some lifestyle videos too, and I really appreciate that. Okay, and then the last channel I want to talk to you about is Grounded Life Travel. Now, Grounded Life, there's a family of channels. So this is specifically the travel channel that they have, and I don't know, maybe it's just aspirational, but they retired early. So this is Allie and Rob, husband and wife couple, who retired early, and they're traveling the world on a retirement budget. And I love the way that they break down the finances involved in all of these different kinds of travel adventures that they're on. I think I first found them, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. I'm guessing when they were doing cruising, and I was getting ready for a cruise. And of course, you binge all of the cruise videos, and they have lots of cruise videos as well. So I love that they talk about what retirement really looks like, and then also how they discuss how to handle when you're done traveling and where you settle. So they recently had a video about a retirement community in Thailand, and what they actually broke down the cost of what it would cost to live in that spot, and then also get round the clock care if you have a need for medical assistance in your retirement. So if you haven't checked them out, go watch their videos. They're a lot of fun. All right. So besides books and besides video on YouTube, I'm also diving into other kinds of education. Now, my intent had been to find some in-person classes that I could go to so that I could learn from a person in classroom style and be able to ask questions and get information. But I had a really hard time finding anything like that. And a lot of the classes that I found were more financial literacy 101 style of learning at community centers and those kinds of things. But not exactly what I was looking for. So instead, I started looking for online courses associated with my personal bank and the company that has my my retirement savings accounts. So what I did find is my bank actually has a financial literacy hub is what they call it. And it's a lot of interactive video courses that cover a range of topics from financial literacy 101 all the way through to retirement and investing classes. So got that bookmarked. I will be diving into that learning hub as well. And then I also found that Fidelity has a nice learning center, and they go into a lot of detail about retirement planning and how to invest, and then how to draw down money from your investment once you get to the retirement age. Now, I've also been a member of AARP for years, mostly because of the travel discounts and the discounted gift certificates for cruising. But anyway, you don't have to be old in order to join AARP. If you're young, do it. It's cheap and they are a great resource. But they have a lot of online learning. So I checked into their money section on their website, and there's a lot of classes and short, punchy videos that help you understand specific topics. So I'll be diving in there too. Now, if you know of any great financial workshops or classes online, please drop me a link. I would love to be able to dive into more structured learning. I mean, yes, the videos and the books are great, but structured learning is really something that I crave when I'm learning about a new complex topic, and I think that would be excellent. So far, I feel like I've gotten a really great start to my learning journey, and I am loving the books and being able to put my feet up on the couch at the end of the day and learn a little bit about retirement and investing. It's definitely not a murder mystery, but it's good information and fills my brain. And then I'm loving all of the YouTube creators that I've been following. And if you know of somebody else that I should be checking out, please leave their link below. And I would love to binge through all of their content as well. And if you have other learning resources, please let me know in the comments. We'll chat about what you know and how you can help me learn as well. All right, so that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye for now.